When we last left the assimilated, Azrael,
DrShockLocke.
Vordt Vigo,
Kaw661.
Ash Koratana,
We're not K1.
and Torment.
Rockosphere 8.
The group finally made it to the city of Enopenalum and were guided to their new faction leader by none other than the magnificent Destro Magnus. Upon entering into their faction's headquarters, they found it to be riddled and infested with a mysterious fungus and corpses upon corpses of what appear to be forms of the undead, before finally being led to faction leader Malchus the All-Consuming, who introduced himself to the party, demonstrated his control over said party members, and gave them their first tasks as member of the Assimilation Compact, to venture north into the territory of the Necrum's Brotherhood, and retrieve a weapon once belonging to the god Inesus from a holy temple. The party has since begun preparations for their trip, but what do they have left to do? What do these mysterious pieces of paper they received from their new faction leader mean? And what lies between them and the holy relic they seek? Let's find out. So, the sun is starting to set. It's been, we'll say, about an hour since we left off. Ash finished up getting her dragon scales. I believe Azrael and Vordt, you guys were finishing up as well, trying to gather brewing supplies. And Torment was staying back at the lodgings, counting the money.
Yes.
At this time, you will be reconvening all in the room where you first awoke at the beginning of last session. Torment, you're still counting money. Vordt, you have been tasked by Azrael with carrying the new bottles while he triumphantly marches in front of you, proud of himself. And Ash, not long after, you follow in behind them with Drury William and a leather sack full of dragon scales. Stage is yours.
Vordt, could you place those bottles over by our bed?
Yeah, sure thing.
I'm going to need time in the corner for about an hour. I hope we have an hour. Azrael will go over into the corner, open up his spell book, and pull out the piece of parchment paper from inside of his suit jacket that had the one spell, and start transcribing it into his spell book.
All right. You pull out the unfinished prototype for the spell and begin copying down what's there, making adjustments to it as you're copying it to continue the evolutionary process of this prototype arcane tool, we'll say.
Yep.
Vordt, you begin stacking bottles, I would assume.
Yep.
I'm going to go to the jury and be like, hey, can you throw up the rest of that bag?
Oh, now you want the whole bag. Really? All right. You see, like, him get tight after a moment. And, like, he kind of shakes it off and just goes to the corner where you are writing down spells in your book, Azrael, and just begins retching extremely loudly.
Azrael takes a moment from his book, looks up and says, Jury, I recommend you do that somewhere else.
He begins, like, retching and taking a step, like, away from you, where it's like, step, step, step. And like you see like fluids start coming out of him. And he's like ferociously like banging himself into the wall, trying to force himself to regurgitate the large sack you had him eat earlier. Ash.
Guitarist, help him!
Alright! You're hearing your mind, Ash. No! As Plataris wraps his talons around Drury's like abdomen and just begins squeezing, and you just start hearing like and before long you see you start hearing him gagging, and it goes like at such a point, Plataris shoves his beak in Drury's mouth, and he begins to yank an extremely slimy bag out of Drury William, who then collapses on the floor moments later.
I'm gonna walk up to Drury and immediately like just wrap my arms around and be like, just teleport to your boss with the scales and take a rest.
As you finish saying this, he begins vomiting up mice. Like partially digested mice corpses.
Oh, she pulls him closer. I'm sorry.
Azrael mentally to the hawk. Plataris, it's dinner. Go for it.
Don't you dare.
Oh boy! He begins eating it ferociously.
I bat him away. That's Drury's food. Get out.
Plataris looks back to you, Azrael, just with a confused face. I thought you said it was dinner.
It is. Don't let her take it from you.
He looks to Ash, and then looks to you, and then looks to Ash, and then looks to you, and then looks to the mice, and takes like a slow step forward towards the mice.
Ash just puts the dagger in front of, pulls out her dagger and stomps it into the ground right in front of, between him and the mice.
Oh!
Azrael standing up, not having any of the shit, dropping the book and quill and ink. Don't you dare threaten him.
I'm not threatening him. I'm protecting him.
You spill ink all over the words that you're writing and now must start over on a new page.
Fuck!
Don't worry.
Pulled a knife on him.
He is on your back, like, shaking, by the way.
It's
Who,
okay.
Plataris?
I would never
Yeah.
actually hurt him.
That
He's my
doesn't
friend.
change
Why
the
would I
fact
hurt
that
him?
You did just threaten. That's halfway to hurting.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh. I thought threatening was just how you get things done.
No. Neither is
Oh.
lying.
Well, if Jury has any left, you can have the rest of them. He just had a long day and needs some nutrients.
Wait a minute. Looks at Plataris on his shoulder. Can you eat shit? And store it in your stomach?
Sir, I don't believe I've ever tried before.
Questions for later.
And Ash is going to open the bag this time and look through it.
As you do this, you notice that Drury William is gone, and so is your bag of scales.
And what do I find in the bag?
You find, dear God, tell me I saved the number. I did save the number. I actually, I changed the number actually, but I have the updated number. You found 410 gold pieces and a folded piece of parchment.
I'm gonna open the piece of parchment and read it.
piece of parchment just says the word honey buns.
Rise, my children in the chat.
You're welcome. Don't tell me I don't read my Discord.
Does anyone know what this means?
It's a delicacy.
I've never heard of it.
Do you know what the word delicacy means?
Yeah, it's like food.
It's a sweet.
It's sweet?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like candy then.
More like cake.
Oh. Why would
I
we have
interrupt them
this
from
one?
across the room. Oh, by the way, my parchment. It told us we need to go to the slag yard northwest of the city.
Let me finish writing this down. Let me start writing this down again. And we can go.
The sun is starting to set. It's like
In the morning.
It's like 8.
In the morning. So, should we get food?
I'm writing this down. Azrael sits down, grabs a quill and ink, and starts writing in a new page.
Hey, Torment, you want to get food?
I'm good for now, thanks.
You want some candy then?
I'm good for now, thanks.
Oh, okay, sorry. Vordt, you want to get food?
Sure, I'll go get. Would either of you like something while we're gone?
Could you grab me some noodles and some
Sure
rats?
If I can find the rats, sure.
Or any type of meat, really.
Torment, do you have written down what your piece of paper said? I lost my note for that.
I believe it said a path to the north.
It did. That was what it said. Thank you.
I do not remember what mine says.
Yours said the hole in the wall with a map
Okay.
with a map to a location.
Okay.
Why did everyone else get a location of cool stuff?
2 players got a location. Only 2. And it was quite literally just based on the moment you guys opened your parchments.
Makes sense. Well, let's go, Vordt. I don't eat much, but I know Drury needs food.
Alright. We can probably find some restaurant or shack somewhere.
Yeah, now we have money, so we can actually get something.
Hope.
And Ash is gonna walk out of the room.
I'm going to follow her.
Anybody else going with them?
I'm writing down in my book.
All right, so you 2 leave. You are in the main. You go through the main hall, and you exit the lodging. And you are out onto the streets again of Eno Penalum. Street lamps are being lit. There are fewer people out and about now. You're seeing a lot more nightlife type. More tieflings are out now. A few more demons, but still not super demon heavy. And you're seeing more drow than you were seeing earlier as well.
So, do you smell any food? Places?
No.
I'm not used to have Drury around. He usually will find stuff for me. I guess we can walk around until we find something. Usually the food places are the loudest, so listen for the loudest noises.
Alright.
I'm gonna start one.
All right, roll me a. I was using survival checks for this, but that was because you guys were dealing with a crowd. So I think this time it would be perception. The crowd is thinned out, so you can have a much better sense of what's around.
Four.
Not noticing any place. Vordt.
Hey guys, I got a problem.
Hold on.
Sup?
Your phone is overheating. Closing the app immediately. Discord will be closed automatically in 20 seconds, and any unsafe data will be lost.
God damn it! I got a 4 too.
Oofy. That's a nat 1.
Yeah. I don't see shit.
You're just distracted by the pretty lights.
That sounds about right.
All right, mundane solution, Kaw. I would get an ice pack. Wrap it in like a dish towel or something. Put your phone on it.
Oof.
If you can hear me, Kaw, get an ice pack. Meanwhile, Azrael and Torment, you guys hanging out.
Scribble, 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 scribble. Ooh,
Ash is distracted by Vordt and his head spontaneously combusting.
Error, error, error.
He just stopped moving and his head lit on fire. It's weird. Guys just chilling in your room.
I'm just writing in this book.
Torment, as you're thumbing through your coins, you hear a voice in the back of your head.
Get out. Get out.
Kenneth got out.
It worked.
It was Kenneth all along. He was the one in your head.
Yeet.
At some point or another, you'll accept what has happened to you, as I did. The best you can do for yourself now is to do as you're told, I'm afraid.
Torment, out loud, because he's absolutely furious, is just gonna stand up. Is there a window in this room?
There is a window in this room.
Yes, right there.
Perfect. Perfect. He is going to look dead at that window, scream, fuck off, and then slam his head through that window.
Okay.
James is not prepared for this.
Roll. Huh.
I don't make a roll for that. I just take damage from
I guess, yeah, I'm just rolling damage.
it. I think it's like a D6 or some shit like that.
I thought it was a D4 for improvised weapon
hello.
being your skull.
D4, D6, it's one of the two.
I think it's D4.
Wait, now if it's an actual improvised weapon, then there is no damage die for it. It's just whatever your modifier is.
I guess take your strength modifier literally to the dome?
My strength modifier is a -3.
Ah, so you gain 3 life.
I'm
Interesting.
dealing myself negative damage there, so I guess I take 0 damage.
You lightly boop your head against the window.
I'll just say I break the window with my skull and take 2 damage.
Yeah, that's fine. Take 2.
That's good.
Because if I don't break that window, it loses dramatic effect, and I don't want that.
I would have rolled it as 1d6 piercing.
So would I, if I'm being honest.
Marshmallows.
Hey,
Chubby bunny.
Probably right.
I don't know how I'd roll window damage, to be honest.
Chubby bunny.
It
So-
depends on the window.
You hear a chuckle. So interesting that his favorite is the one who disdains him the most. I'll never understand the master. Not till all is complete, I suppose. Perhaps you will in time.
So there happened to be a shard of glass lying around from that window. I'm not going to do anything. I just want to pocket it for later.
Rolling a D2 to check. D2 says yes, there is.
All right, I'm pocketing it.
You have picked up a small shard of glass.
About like this big.
Smaller.
How small are we talking here?
We're talking... You know the end of Monsters, Inc. with the door and the final piece that Sully hangs onto?
Yep. All right.
We're talking that big. It's like one of those like real nice like reinforced windows. Like you crack it with your skull and it does indeed have some shattered pieces, but it's not like it exploded outward.
Gotcha. Pocketing that for later.
You hear something, a chair sliding to your right, and as you look over, you see that Destro has re-entered the room and is sitting next to you.
Where the fuck does this guy come from?
The walls.
Wait, who's he sitting next to?
He is actually, as you're the one who hears it, Torment, and you turn, he's actually sitting next to Azrael, looking at the book.
Can I roll perception to see if I noticed him?
You may.
Before he does that, immediate ray of sickness. That's a 19 to hit.
You do hit him.
That's a 5 to perception.
By default, I have to cast that at second level. So 13. Wait, hold up. I believe in total that's supposed to be 18 poison damage, but I could be wrong on that. Oh, wait, nope. That's 13 poison damage total.
All right. It's interesting what happens. The ray hits him, and you see the form begin to twist and morph into a girl you've never seen before who falls over dead.
The fuck?
Do I notice the girl?
You just see Torment. Hold on, you rolled a 5 per perception. Yeah, you just see Torment shoot right next to you. It freaks you out for a half second, and then a girl just drops, and you have no idea who this girl is.
You have 5 seconds to explain. 5.
It was Destro.
4.
It was Destro.
3.
It was
He
me.
shapeshifted.
he says, standing next to you on the other side of the corner.
2.
Destro then looks to Torment. 1.
There's Destro there, the fuck?
No, can I help you?
Checking on your progress. I need to know exactly when you're expecting to leave.
How about never, because I hate you and your boss?
Tomorrow morning.
Perfect. You see him retrieve a piece of parchment and begin scribbling something with his finger, not a quill or anything like that, into it before he folds it up, opens his hand, and it's gone.
Torment, it's better to go along with it than fight it at this point.
Oh, believe me, you'll enjoy it more this way. I have to be honest, I'm rather excited. You're the first batch I've gotten to...
Sorry, John.
All good.
You're the first batch I've had the privilege of guiding on my own. The Master saw fit to let me run the entire process this time, from the scouting to
What do
the
you mean
recruitment.
this time? What do you mean batch? Persuasion? Do you mind elaborating?
Let's see the roll.
That's a natural 20.
A natural 20. He nods and says, he's feeling proud of himself, so he explains. Oh, well, you see, the way that our compact works is you are granted access. Well, allow me to reword that. Our entrance cost is...
In the back of his head, like he's listening, but like he's also writing at the same time.
Our entrance cost is rather simple. You are selected. And when you are selected, you are offered a choice. The choice being assimilation or consumption. Very simple. We have a very diligent scouting process where we look at prospective members, we vet them, and if they meet all of our qualifications, they are granted entry to our compact. This is the first opportunity I've had to run the entire process myself. You four were the ones who passed my vetting process, and here you are.
Now, I have one more question, if you don't mind.
Go on.
Are you of your own person, or are you a part of it? Because I've seen you kind of morph with it, but also you exist here.
He closes his eyes and leans back against the wall a little bit and says, soon enough, we will all become what we were meant to be. One with that which existed before all. I am simply... And he stops for a moment and looks up. Helping to expedite the process where I can. And he looks down. When offered my choice, I chose assimilation. And with it has come some... You see him hold his hand out, and it begins to twist into vines and stalks and moss, and looks like just like an amalgamated flesh before reforming back into a hand. Perks. Which the master finally, after some service time, saw fit to begin training me in. Continue to serve, and you will eventually gain access to these as well.
So you takes a moment from his book to look down at the girl's corpse. Take over bodies, and use them as vessels?
It's more complicated than that, but as a simplistic explanation, that will suffice.
You vile freak.
Vile? She chose consumption. Now who's vile?
Still you!
He reaches down and touches the corpse, and you actually see it rapidly decay into that ooze and then spread up into his arm.
Technically, Torment, we are in their domain, which means we do need to follow their laws.
Ah, somebody who understands.
It's like any other faction.
Destro smiles when he hears you say that.
Factions can go to hell.
Factions are what will decide the fate of this world as they did 1,500 years ago. As they have since. And Destro begins to walk towards the center of the room. The only difference being the number that exists, what land they hold, and who sits at the highest seat of the Grand Council. With any luck, it will be our turn to claim that seat soon enough. Very well. I assume you received our gifts.
I did.
And he looks to you, Torment. And you?
What he said.
Is that place inscribed on my piece of parchment where you'll be meeting us?
Oh, believe me. I will be meeting you where... Actually, no, let me rephrase that. Meeting you, no. Guiding you? We'll see. If all bodes well, you may not need it. After all, and he turns and looks at you, someone appears to be paying attention to how things work around here. And he smiles and begins to dissolve. And as he dissolves out of the room, you hear kind of an echoed voice. Review them carefully. The choice of what you do with them is yours. And he disappears.
Has it been an hour yet?
We return to... It's been closed. It's been like 45 minutes. In that time, we return to Ash and Vordt. Ash, what you thought was Vort's head on fire was actually him just standing against a...
Wait, what?
Shut up. Shut up. What you thought was the image of Vort's head being on fire was actually him standing against a lamppost. And you've been freaking out trying to put out a fire that wasn't there for like a good half an hour.
Oh no, I wasn't looking to put out a fire. I was just staring, being like,
Vordt, you've been kind of looking around trying to figure out what the hell everything is. And you're like, maybe I could ask for directions. I don't want to ask them for directions. Maybe I'll ask them. No, it's a Drow. I don't know if I want to ask them for directions. I don't know. Maybe they don't look like the Drow from back home. Maybe I'll ask them. No, that's a big spider. Big spider. Big spider.
half a fucking hour.
You see a spider with 8 human legs, with like garb and shoes, just walking past you. He got a little top hat on.
I don't like that. I don't like that. I like the top hat. Not
For
the
anybody
human
who
leg.
heard the discussion last week about me coming up with the abomination creatures, that one was one I came up with at work because I found a fucking spider in my hair.
Oh.
Is his name Fred?
No, it was not. I was named, "Please don't bite me, Mr. Spider. I'm imagining you as something way less terrifying than a big-ass spider that I just found in my hair."
Vordt, you good now?
Yes, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, I thought you were dying, but you know, I never really know. So, you good to eat now, or need to take a nap?
I think I'm ready to eat now.
Okay. Well, while you were doing that, I believe there's a place this way. I've been hearing a bar fight go on.
Alright, I'll follow you, I guess.
She starts walking that direction, still kind of side-eyeing Fort.
All right. Interesting. Yeah, we're gonna roll with this. Talking about a bar fight, sweet. You start walking down, and you get to the point where the noise trails off, and you hear rumbling coming from an alleyway. But you hear glasses being clinked and like the sounds of a bar.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar.
You walk into the alley, and a little ways in, you see a a tiefling dressed in dark, not necessarily simple, but not like adventurous clothing, with, you know, a hood over his head, and he looks towards you and says, "You here to hit the hole?"
Yeah.
He says, "Turn around."
Turn around?
Turn around. You and your bud.
Okay.
Actually, I don't trust this one.
I don't trust him. I don't know about turning around. I was told never to face my back to people.
Well, I can't let you in if you don't turn around.
What about if you turn around?
I'm afraid that's not how this works.
But technically, you would be facing away from us. I would be facing away from you.
And my face wouldn't be facing your back now, sweetie. You need to turn around.
Is it because you want to look at my butt?
Trust me, that's the last thing I want to be looking at right now.
Okay, well, I'll face Vordt, and Vordt will turn around.
He looks to you, Vordt. You gonna turn around, big guy?
Sure, I'll turn around.
You turn around, he takes a couple steps towards you. He retrieves a small... It's like a small little luminescent crystal from his pocket. He holds it up, and Ash, you actually see him kind of run his hand over the, like, not like touching him, but like holds it over the back of Vort's head, and he holds the crystal up to it and goes, "All right, you can go in." And he pats you on the back, Vort.
I step past him and wait for Ash.
Do you have to do that with me too?
I do, kid.
She's gonna turn around.
You turn around, and Vort, you can roll perception as he does this.
Okay. Seven.
You have no idea what the fuck this guy's doing. It's weird.
Got it.
He's like running his hand through her hair. It's kind of weird. Ash, you feel like something like lightly brushed the back of your hair. And he holds the crystal up and he goes, "All right, you're good, kid, and you go in."
Thanks.
Yeah, don't mention it.
I kind of whispered, Ash, what's are we getting ourselves into?
I don't know, but this place sounds rad.
You see him walk over to a spot that is marked with this little indent in the stone in the side of the wall, and he does a little knock sequence that I'm gonna try to do on my desk. And suddenly, the divot in the stone begins to grow and open as the wall shifts and opens up a little doorway. And he gestures for you guys to go in.
Thank you.
Diagon Alley style?
What?
Diagon Alley.
Kind of Diagon Alley style, kind of. For anybody who wonders, oh, James, you're mispronouncing it. No, I'm pronouncing it the way Harry Potter did when he fucked up. That's the joke. But people don't find... It's weird. People find that one funny only after I've explained it. They're like, you sound like an idiot. And then I explain it, and they're like, it's a reverence. Then they... So you guys walk in, and it's this really, really... You're like, man, this is cool. Like, you see it's got this, like, dark red kind of glow lighting it. You see little... crystal, similar like luminescent type crystals lighting the tables. You see a lot of demons and tieflings in here.
I'm gonna grab a drink.
You see a few devils as well. You see some drows, but it's very much like this is a demon establishment.
Demons. Hey Vordt.
Yes.
What did that thing on the piece of paper say for you?
It said that we need to go to the slag yard northwest of the city.
Didn't his paper say the hole?
In fact, it did.
So are we here then? Because remember the nice tiefling man said the hole.
We could be. Keep your eyes out for anything weird.
Well, there's demons here, so it's already weird.
It's weird. It's really weird. Ash, you see demons, like, putting their hands into goblets and watching the fluid go into their hand. It's kind of weird.
Oh. That's cool.
Well, let's get something to eat and drink while we're here.
And I'll get Azrael his food, hopefully.
Yeah. There's a bar, right? Like, just a bar?
There is a bar.
Okay, I'm gonna walk up to it.
Haha. I did have notes for this. Thank you, me. No problem, douche. Oh, that's rude, me. Why did you say that? You ass. Now I have to have two of my NPCs start fighting. Two of them get into a bar fight immediately. And very quickly they are like a large hand comes down from the ceiling and like pulls them up into the ceiling.
Oh. And
you guys hear like in the direction of the hole. Oh, that's not cool, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. I finished my drink. And you hear that familiar tiefling going, no fighting.
Is there ghost here?
You do see a few ghosts, though they're not necessarily of the most mundane races. You're seeing, you actually see some tiefling ghosts. You see, fucking bar fighting ghosts, as apparently that happens a lot. You see like above the bar, there's like a fucking. It may as well be a fight pit, but like for, bar ghosts who got into bar fights and died. Well, they're like, listen, we all died because we got into a bar fight, right? And well, now who's the toughest bitch here? Like, if we're all legendary bar fighters in that we lost, but who's like the toughest of all the losers? Like, every few seconds, you see like a pair of ghosts just go flying into each other.
Oh, fun. Just gonna try to ignore that and walk up to the bar.
So there you get up to the bar and there's nobody there, but there's a bell.
She's gonna immediately ring it.
You hear some like gurgling. And before long you see this creature that has like tendrils coming out the back of it. Not like the tendrils that Malkdus had. More like aquatic amphibious types. And you see this thing rise up that has a sort of like a Cthulhu type squid head, but not Cthulhu. Where like it doesn't have like the slanted red eyes. It has like a more, kind of like Squidward looking face to it, but with like the Cthulhu mouth. Except he's a much
oh my god
more, he's like much more broad in shoulders. I saw art of this somewhere. I don't know where it is now.
Is this the first guy you made?
The first guy I ever made? You met him already.
I already did.
You already met him.
So you're telling me about a monstrosity, so I'm just wondering.
No, different guy.
Okay.
He's not the first monstrosity I ever made.
Okay.
No, the first guy I ever made was Malkdus. You guys know that.
Oh, yeah.
This is not the first monstrosity I ever made, though. That was actually the character that Azrael has met, non-canon. He had a non-canon adventure with this guy. Oh shit, I need to change the voice. I think it is this one I was using. Oh, well, we're gonna roll with it. And you hear...
Can I get you something?
Yeah. Can I have a drink and you guys have food?
We do.
Oh, what kind of food?
Well, that depends. Do you want, like, mortal food, or more...
He gestures to the, to, like, the decor of the building, and it's, like, clearly, like, hellish slash abyssal. Like, they don't have, like, as much, like, hellish type of sigils, you know, where it's like, alright, there's some, like, you know, oh, cool, you have, like, a fucking band poster. That doesn't make you cool. Like, clearly they're catering towards, hey, demons, look, it looks like the abyss. Remember back home?
We want mortal food.
Okay, well, that's a smaller, more limited menu, but I can get it for you. Hold on.
And you just see this one, like, tentacle, like, stretch off of his back and go up, like, into the ceiling. He seems like, you know. And before long, he pulls down, like, a piece of parchment with, like, 5 things on it. It says, chicken fingers,
Yes.
potato, side of beef,
Has it been an hour yet?
vegetarian, and then soup of the day.
What's the soup of the day?
Hold on, I'll ask the chef.
And he sinks below the bar. Chat, before I go, I just let you know I have a lot of fun making demons bar owners for some reason. I've done this too many times. I enjoy it too much. And like you hear like some weird noises coming from behind like the shelves of mysterious booze, like you know, and like, you know, another thing where it's like and then do either of you speak Abyssal?
I do.
I do not.
You understood those noises.
I know Infernal.
God, you understood this. It is quite literally him going back there and asking like, "Yo, what's the soup of the day for today?" He's like, "Oh, let me check the day." I was like, I've started working on it, but I don't remember. He's like, I think I had like, he's like, I think I had Zagat's working on it, and he's like, "Oh, did he fuck it up?" And he's like, No, he can actually make soup," and like that kind of conversation. And they're like, "Oh, well, he can't make those fucking chicken whatevers." Like they're talking shit about who must clearly be the new kid.
He's talking shit on the new kid.
And then he finally comes back and goes,
Apparently, the soup of today is something called the tomato biscuit.
Tomato bisque.
Oh. Hold on.
and you see him like go over to like a board, and it just says like in Abyssal it says common words. And you see him write out the pronunciation for tomato and then the word bisque.
I love this so much.
And he walks back over and goes,
Yes, it is a tomato bisque.
Do you have any sweets?
What we do, but they're more, you know,
gestures to the room.
that kind of style sweets. But I've had, I've had the sticky wickens. They're pretty good.
If I ate it, would I get sick?
I mean, I haven't seen any tieflings get sick from eating it, but I wouldn't know about whatever you are.
I'm part spirit.
You see, like, a couple of, like, the guys, like, ghosts watching the bar fight, and they're turning and they're like, try your sticky wickets, they're pretty good. And then, like, one of the guys turned around and was like, I ate them once.
Did you die from it?
And the guy's like, I don't know. It was either that or the guy who clubbed me with his big toe.
You know what? I'm gonna get chicken fingers, but also I want to try that dessert.
Alright, that's one order of chicken fingers and one sticky wickens, alright? And you?
I would also like chicken fingers, but could I also get the side of beef in like a to-go box?
Alright, we don't have a, like a box with like a wooden, like, crate.
Do you have any bags or something smaller?
Let me check.
He just disappears below the counter again. And you hear that same noise where it's like followed by like more of the growling. And Kaw, you understand this as dude's out here asking for like a fucking treasure chest or some shit. What the hell? What's he out here asking for a box? And the guy's like, he means like this thing, like to eat it, you know, not here. And he's like, people leave with the food? And then like you hear a loud slap. And he goes, of course, moron, people like to eat outside. He's like, well, what do I do? He's like, you make them pay for it first. And like, there's very clearly this kind of like cultural gap that they're trying to cross, and like, you get a sense, like, without even needing to roll for it, that this dude is kind of like, I'm not used to dealing with mortals. This is kind of weird. He's like she's kind of like a ghost, which I guess is like more my speed, but not. And finally, he returns with a fucking rib cage. With a little, like, twist cap on the top to seal it shut.
My God! A ribcage!
Okay.
And he leaves.
I have not been paying attention because Azrael didn't hear this, and I can't wait to edit this. Hearing the amount of laughs in my background.
Little did you all know that this is the teaser for Vordt and Ash's Bizarre Adventure 2. Guys, go into demon-owned bars. It's so fun. I love coming up with these. I've made too many of them. After a little while, your food is ready.
Oh, can we order drinks?
Oh yeah, you can order drinks, like, while you're waiting. You see him, like, you know, talking to other customers, and you're allowed, you know, you can flag him down and ask him for drinks.
Hey, I would like a drink, please.
Okay.
What can I consume?
He kind of looks around the establishment, and like he takes a deep breath and he's like, finally, the first question you've asked that I'm like, I get this. I understand how to answer this question.
Well, if it's made of flesh, like, you go ahead and try. I mean, you know, everything in here is kind of edible, as long as it, like, lives and breathes and moves.
No, I meant to drink.
Oh, you want a beverage. Okay.
Yes, something I can drink, but I can consume it.
Oh, okay. Well, we have these standards. We have blood. We have multiple types of blood. We have spinal fluid, flesh.
Would you have mortal drinks?
You guys don't drink blood or spinal fluid?
Not
No.
today. I'm on a diet.
Oh, I get it. We have low fat blood if you'd like.
No, my devil friend, he doesn't like me when I have blood.
Devil friend.
He gives you this eye, like, the fuck you talking about, devil friend? Like, you know, he's shooting you a stink eye.
Oh shit!
Like, he's waiting for you to respond. He's, like, kind of got an irritated expression on his face.
Oh, well, you know, he's really good friends with other demons, and he has had me try a lot of the delicacies, but a lot of it I can't consume.
And he is going to incite you. Can go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Okay. $11.
I saw the nat 1 getting ready to happen and was like, oh no, this is going to be not great.
Right. Alright. I'll see what I can do. And you? What would you like?
Would you have any soft drinks?
Soft drinks.
Non-alcoholic.
Oh. See, wait, is that what a soft drink is? I had another one of you mortals coming in here earlier asking for a soft drink, and I only thought, like, what? Like a drink without fur? Like, I've never seen a drink with fur. You know what I mean?
Oh, I understand. It's very confusing.
Right, so non-alcoholic. Oh, well, we have plenty of that. We have, you know, in addition to blood and spinal fluid and, oh, you know what? You look like a... You look like a Moschini kind of man to me. You ever have a Moschini?
I have not. What exactly is it?
Oh, you're gonna love it. Hold on.
And he just leaves.
Oh no, what have I got myself into?
Vordt, when we get our drinks, we should start talking to some of these people. Not the demons, but the rest of them.
So a few minutes go by, and 2 glasses are put in front of you. And, Ash, yours looks like slightly... Like, it's really poorly lit in here. But it just looks kind of bland. Yours, Kaw, is fucking bubbly and really bright colored. Like, bright considering how dimly lit this place is. And it looks kind of like foamy at the top, and it's got this weird pinkish purple color.
Hey, Vordt, can I try that after you?
Oh, sure. I take a small sip of it.
This shit tastes like salted caramel ice cream. Except it's not super thick. So it, like, tastes like, kind of like when you mix the root beer float together, and it tastes like a creamy but fizzy drink. Like, it doesn't taste like you're drinking a melted milkshake, because that's kind of gross. But it's got, like, a thicker kind of feel to it. It's really good.
She'll let you have a small bit of this. I'd suggest ordering your own.
Yay! She's gonna take a sip.
Salted caramel ice cream, fizzy. Kind of root beer floaty.
Can I have this one too?
Oh, I knew you guys were Mustini guys. Yeah.
And you actually see some demons like react to you drinking that, and they're like,
"Oh yeah, we got some Mustini drinking immortals in here. Yeah, they get it. They get it. Those things are fucking good."
She kind of gives him the side eye, but kind of tries to control herself.
Yeah, we can't get many mortals to even try these things, but they're real good.
I definitely say I'm pleasantly surprised.
that same guy, Ash, who earlier was like, I tried one of those, and he turns like, I had one of those once.
God damn it.
And sooner or later, you see him come out with 2 covered platters.
Oh.
Okay.
And as you open them, you see that you have been handed fried chicken feet.
I knew it.
Hey, Jury.
Jury is actually back at this point. He goes, yes.
Do you want the feet?
I can have the feet.
You can have the feet.
The feet are already gone. Like, you're like, yes, you can have the feet. You look back out at the plate and you're like, oh, damn. All right.
I'm going to attempt to eat mine.
Very crunchy. It's interesting, though. They've been seasoned with something. It's got this weird, like, not bitter, but kind of soury type seasoning on it. And it's interesting. They kind of crumble in your mouth like chips. Like, it doesn't taste much like chicken, but it tastes, like, fine.
And is the dessert there?
No. He is going to bring that out alongside your side of beef.
Well, before that comes, you want to communicate with some of these guys to get to know it?
Alright.
Hey, Drury. Does any of these guys look familiar, like coworkers, or like at least they've been with?
And he actually is going to drop off of your back and begin kind of moving around the room. After a few minutes go by, he comes back and goes, I don't see any company members. Like, however, I do see a few fellows over there who might have some information for you.
Perfect. Lead the way then.
He kind of like does the thing. He actually kind of like he wraps himself around in a way that he can kind of point his tail at them, like off in the corner of your vision, so you can kind of follow his tail.
I'm gonna follow his tail.
I'm gonna get up and follow her.
You're led over to a kind of shady, like an even more shady, like people aren't really chatting it up around this part of the hole in the wall. You see a dragonborn, a black-scaled dragonborn is here. You see a couple tieflings. One has more demon traits, one has more devil traits. And you see another fucking giant spider.
God damn it.
And there's a window kind of like embedded into this rock that is just on the other side of it is just pitch black. And a sign above the window you can read it, says inquiries.
Okay.
This is the place, Jerry?
Yes, well, the sign there. I've seen Vognarov refer to that symbol when speaking to people in his office. He redirects them to underlings with this mark. It's not a Company of the Beast logo. It reads something in Infernal, but it reads something in Abyssal, rather. I just don't know exactly what it says.
Hey, Vordt, do you know what that says?
It says inquiries.
Inquiries.
Inquiries. Oh, I see. Actually, that explains a lot.
So, does that mean I can get information here?
It means yes, you can ask information. I would imagine it's relegated to the establishment, but you were directed to come here, so perhaps they know something.
Probably. And I hope he's not a demon. She's gonna walk up to the window that says inquiries.
There is nothing on the other side, and like an eerie blackness on the other side.
Hello?
You hear like a slithering noise before like a pair of hands reach up over, and you see... Oh, I forget the name of this type of demon. Fuck.
Oh.
I made notes of this. Where the hell are you? I actually wrote down the name of this type of demon because I saw its art and thought it was really cool. Where the hell is it? I think it's in here.
Hey, resident demon expert, do you know what it is?
I literally just sat back down. What are we talking about?
There's a type of demon, John, where they kind of have like a snake body, bronze color.
Wait, hold on.
I don't remember the name of it. I wrote it down. I can't find it because fucking World Anvil updated and it fucked with my shit.
Is it found in the monster manual?
It should be.
Okay, snake body demon. Happen to have 6 arms?
Oh, they might. I think this is it. John, correct me if I'm wrong. I think I found it, and I'm using the right word. A Merilith, I think, is what I'm looking for.
Yep, that's the one.
Haha! I wrote down the name of them because I saw their design. I was like, that's pretty fucking rad.
Yeah, they do have 6 arms, by the way.
They do have 6 arms and a snake body. I was not full of shit there.
Oh no.
So you just start seeing finger around the ridge of this window before like this form like creeps just barely within visible view. Dark red eyes.
Oh god.
Yes.
Ash is going to quickly pull out a lollipop and put it in her mouth to stop from slightly shaking. Hi, your inquiries?
Yes. Do you have an inquiry?
Well, we were actually set here, and, I guess, for a reason.
Sent by whom?
Someone I'm not the biggest fan of, but she's gonna pull out her shirt, show off the symbol.
You see, like, this, like... You see this thing kind of stretch, and you see, like, clearly you see some scales in there, but you really can't see it all that well. And, it starts to, like, lurch forward, and then you start to see, like, the form leave the window and become more visible. You see, like, it's got a humanoid body, messy black hair. You start seeing, like, arms upon arms just protruding from it as, like, it reaches out to take hold of your shirt so it can see the symbol better. Oh, yeah. We were informed we may be expecting members of the assimilated to come by here. But I was told we would know whom when they presented us with a catch phrase. Would you happen to know the pass phrase?
Sorry, what was that?
Would you happen to know? We were told that the person who coming here would have a passphrase. Do you happen to know it? Call above character has figured out what the passphrase is.
Isn't it?
I love that there's only one character in game who would know what it is.
Hey, Ash, what did your parchment say again?
Yeah. It's fucking honey buns. Is that it? It's honey buns, right? That's what the parchment said.
Your parchment paper did indeed say honey buns.
Honey buns?
Honey buns. Yeah. And it just like sucks back into the blackness.
I hate my life.
And it is gone for a while.
Oh, great.
At such time, you hear like this noise, like this wet noise coming up behind you. It's like... And when it gets to you behind you, see the bartender. He's like, the bartender like comes up behind you, and he's like,
you have dessert waiting at the bar.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
just walks away. Meanwhile, an hour has gone by. Back at the hotel, not the hotel. I keep calling it the lodging because I never. One of the things that I meant to put in my notes was to give this place a fucking name, but I never did. And
that should just about do it.
All it says is the break time.
So he's like, that should just about do it. The parchment says to do a stance. It gives me instructions. Both verbal and somatic. Alright. Azrael stands up and with the spell prepared goes into a... Which stance is it? It's this one.
Oh my god!
Oh, you're approaching me. And cast the spell. That didn't feel right. Meanwhile, somewhere in the universe...
Approximately 2 miles down the road, a man is coming home. He's like, oh, I got the promotion. I got the promotion. I can't wait to tell my wife. We're going to be able to leave this place. We're going to be able to buy our own home out in the fields to the north. I'm going to be able to do it for my family. And why do I smell sulfur? As he is in, like fucking a bolt of lightning comes down and strikes him before a pillar of fire shoots up from underneath him. Azrael, you feel compelled to roll damage.
He needs to roll a dex save.
Oh, he fucking failed it.
Oh, okay, I already had damage ready.
I already rolled when you said that you were gonna do the fucking pose.
Damage.
Yeah, there's just a pile of ash in the road now.
This poor man.
That didn't feel right. Let's try that again.
No. No.
Oh, so you're approaching me. Oh, that felt better. The same man.
All right. Wait, what did you say?
The same man, because it was cast within a minute.
a bolt and a fucking lightning strikes in the same place twice, and another pillar of fire. And we're like, now is there a crowd? And they're like, wow, lightning just struck the same exact spot twice. Like, what are the odds? Like, I don't think it was supposed to rain today.
Poor man.
Meanwhile, there's some people who are like, back away, back away, back away, back away.
This poor man.
Ah, that's a lot better. So, Torment. I got my spell transferred and prepared. What are you up to right now?
Just
Bashing your head through the window.
lamenting our current situation. This is the second time in my life that I have been forced, or should I say, what's the word I'm looking for?
The voice of God uses the word conscripted.
Imprisoned, there we go. Imprisoned by a disgusting, vile monster that lurks below the depths of society.
It's not that bad.
I escaped one, and days later, I find myself imprisoned by another.
It's a faction. They have to have holiday pay.
As far as I'm concerned, I'm in jail right now.
Jail that probably has sick leave.
Azrael,
Yes.
I am really tempted to smash your face right now.
If you want, you can try.
Are you actively inviting me to punch you in the face?
If you feel so that'll make you feel better, yes. I can take a hit.
Alright, stand up.
Azrael stands up. Make sure to get to my bad side.
And Torment is gonna he's gonna take a swing, a therapeutic swing. Motherfucker. That's a 4.
Now, Prince! I need you to hit me with everything you got.
13.
No.
Still?
No. Still.
Son of a bitch!
Nope.
That was you. Alright, after 3 failed attempts, Torment just fucking gives up.
I like the idea that I'm sorry. I like the idea that Torment would like throws like a weak punch that you catch and throw back. You're like, nope. He throws another one you catch with your hand. Nope. And then he throws a third one. You just put your fingers out and push his head back. Like, nope.
Torment's just gonna go for a stroll at this point. Not into town, just somewhere. Preferably as far away from that disgusting sludge monster, whatever the hell it is, as possible.
I'm gonna go to the place that it says on my piece of parchment.
The hole in the wall?
Yes, the hole in the wall.
Oh boy, at least you have a map.
Yes, I do. It says to go down. Okay.
He goes to the window where Torment busted a hole and it's like, wee!
I go to the hole in the wall.
Roll survival with advantage. Because like it's not like a direction by direction map. It's like, here's a part of the city. Go here.
That's a 12.
Fuck it, you get there. It takes you a little while, but you're heading there. Torment, what are you up to?
Like I said, he is just gonna take a walk, just try to get away from everything.
You start walking around the lodgings, like kind of giving people the side eye. You punch a servant in the face. Just because you're frustrated, you're like, none of my punches are landing, and you just fucking deck an old guy in the face. And he's just out. Like, finally.
James,
What?
I have a serious question.
A serious question. You can ask it.
In that fruit basket that's still in my inventory from earlier when Dexter handed it to
Torment.
me. No, to me.
Oh, yeah.
Are there apples and raspberries?
Good boy. I gave you apples.
Yes! How many?
I gave you 3 apples. It's not a huge fruit basket.
I'm glad I wrote it down.
Hey, James giveth, and James giveth a lot. So when I look, so while you're making your way, Torment's busy decking old people in the face. Out of just sheer frustration. We cut back to the hole in the wall itself. You guys are sitting at the bar, absolutely terrified because you have no idea what the word honey bunch just triggered in that weird snake demon thing.
I'm trying to enjoy my dessert, but my hand's shaking the entire time. I'm trying to stab it with the fork.
It's this weird, like, little pinkish, purplish... It's more purple than pink. Like, it's not the same color. It's much deeper in hue than the drink you had earlier, and it is drizzled in this deep red sauce.
Is this
And
an alcoholic drink?
it's not a drink, it is a dessert.
I mean, no, the drink,
It's little strips.
the drink where we got before.
I'm just gonna say, I did not make you roll con, so no.
No? Okay.
No, it is not alcoholic.
I'm on my 4th drink.
Picard's is
Oh, fuck! Alright, well, I need to start keeping track now, Jesus.
Plataris is with me.
I only have
Plataris is with you. You had 2 chicken fingers and 1 side of beef. Oh, and a, I don't remember what it was, like a skilly whippers, I think, or something like that. Oh, Wiggins, that was it. It was like a skilly Wiggins. The first word I'm not remembering, it was Wiggins for sure.
Thank you, Mom.
No, totally didn't steal that from somebody. Don't ask. And I didn't. I just ripped it off. What? No, I didn't say that. Edit that out.
No.
I like edit humor. So, yeah, maybe in the post credits, maybe in the post show, I'll tell you where I got that name from.
I would like an alcoholic
Hey,
drink,
y'all
please.
okay? I think we're okay. As long as the audio is good, then yeah, we're doing quite good. They're not getting alcoholic beverages. We're good. Thank you for asking, Mechanical Apathy.
I'm about to get an alcoholic drink.
So, yeah, so, oh my god, I can't believe I did this. So, so you're eating them, and they have this really weird, like, cornbread sweetness with this savoriness added by the sauce. It's kind of like a hot, like, it's like a sweet and savory type of thing at the same time, but the savory's in the sauce, so you get savory, which makes you crave sweet, and then when you get the sweet, it's like, I'm satisfied, and then you get more savory, and you're like, oh, now I want sweet. Oh, now I'm satisfied. Oh, I want some sweet now. Oh, I'm satisfied. Like, every bite, you're like, I feel like it was mixed emotion. Why do I taste iron? So, you also get the fucking side of beef. The fucking, like, this large, it's actually a Goliath, Vordt, comes out with this giant hunk of beef that has been seared beautifully, but could feed like 8 people. and just drops it on the bar in front of you on top of the rib cage.
Would I be able to get this in a bag or something to take home?
That is what they gave us.
Oh,
Take
the rib
home.
cage? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. Never mind.
The rib cage was the thing that they gave us. to
They
take home.
actually like lift up the meat, take the rib cage, and lightly place it on top, and go ta-da.
Yes, thank you.
At this point, Azrael is getting to the outside. You approach the tiefling, and he just goes, "You here for the hole?"
I'm here for the whole unofficial business. Then
Alright.
I show him my ID for the campus.
We don't like your kind around here. Fuck off.
What do I need to get into the hole?
You need to be one with the you know. And he kind of gestures to himself. He's clearly gesturing to like his demonic features, and you know, like you gotta be like a demon or a tiefling or something. And then he goes, "Oh, you could be one of our, let's call them benefactors." And he, gestures, and you see on the opposite alley. You didn't recognize this because it's really not lit that well, but certain bricks have been lightly chiseled. And you notice the faint outline of the Assimilation Compact's banner.
Oh, you mean one of these?
He sees the badge and goes, "Okay. Alright, turn around."
Okay.
You turn around, you feel him brush a hand through the back of your hair, and you feel like a little warmth on the back of your neck.
Can I roll Arcana?
Sure, go ahead.
Yay. Give me that +8. 19.
I don't know what the name necessarily of this spell would be, but he's pretty much... I think it would technically be Dispel, like an anti-magic field centered around that crystal, where he's trying to check something... He's trying to check to see if you have something magical on the back of your neck.
Detect
and if you do,
magic.
yeah, it would be detect magic. He's trying to check to see if something magical on the back of your neck.
Okay.
Wasn't sure if detect magic worked there or not. So, but it does. So detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
He's, you've had to pass through these, similar types of scans on your way into certain parts of the academy.
Yeah.
Especially like, the vault. I like being there. Stuff weird happens in there, and they're like, "We don't let Professor Azrael in there anymore." Not after that incident with the dog. What? Don't talk about that. Remember, chat, you're allowed to hunt references, and if you catch one, I will call you out after the stream and say, "Nice job."
Oh, give me a second.
You already know it. Don't. You already know it. You don't count. You don't count. Fuck you. Edward. There's a free one, chat. You don't get to have that one anymore. But you are allowed to compete with him to find my references. I have actually dropped a few in this episode. Try to find it. What?
We good?
Yeah, he turns around and goes, "All right, you're good. You can go in." And then he goes up to the wall. And before long, the wall sinks in, and there's a doorway there now. Okay. You guys at the bar, you hear the door start sinking in. You're like, "Oh, somebody's coming in." It's kind of loud.
Yeah. Azrael steps in.
Fucking demons and tieflings and a few drow and a couple dragonborn, but not many.
Okay.
You see, amongst all of them, you very quickly spotted Goliath and a Kalishtar at the bar. In front of a ginormous side of beef.
Ginormous side.
And like Vordt's shoulders are super sunken. Like, what do I do with this?
Latara, start feeding. Points to the giant spot of beef.
You see his eyes just start to dilate and dilate and dilate, and eventually, like, the color, like the light gray, the grayish green at the center of his pupils starts dilating. And, like, water is, like, pouring down your shoulder as this bird takes off. It just goes shooting through this little, like, hole-in-the-wall bar and just goes diving into that meat. Vordt, out of nowhere, a falcon just swoops over you and begins attacking the side of beef.
I turn around to see if Azrael's there.
He is. For visual context, chat, what the side of beef is they split a cow in half. Ripped off the legs, gutted it, skinned it, and threw it on a fucking grill because people eat beef. It's a side of beef.
I mean, this is
I understand it now.
I get it now. Welcome.
So there is the there's your visual reference for the side of beef, which was honest to God. I love that bit.
Welcome, Azrael.
I'm not near you.
He is standing across the bar from you, watching his bird attack this giant half a cow that has been seared. Anybody want to check and look at the meat now that you can see the inside, see how well it was cooked?
I'll look into it because I'm right in front of it.
I'll look into it with my bird.
You notice that towards the outside of it, it is well done, but as you get towards the center, it becomes more medium well.
To him, meat is meat. I don't care. Get exits out of bird eyes.
His eyes are like almost completely like emerald green. They're so dilated with like this gray bit in the middle. Like, this is a bird on a mission like you've never seen before in your lives.
Hey, Drury, you can have some too.
When did Drury get here?
Drury's always been here.
You as you say that, you look down and Jury is already like mouth unhinged, just shoving meat down the gullet. And then like ferociously ripping it off the side, like you're watching two wild animals attack a dead animal.
More meat than him.
And like the two of them lock eyes. And the rivalry continues as they both just start ferociously going at this meat.
God damn it.
Do we have any spectators?
All of the bar fighting ghosts, Ash, are now watching this happen, and they're like, the dragon's gonna eat more meat! No, the bird wants the meat! And then this guy's like, we have the meat! And then the guy's like, I ate that meat once!
Hey, Azrael, welcome.
For the audio only listener, flipped her off and walked away.
Wow.
In Azrael's eyes, it's been an hour since he ordered food and it has not arrived. So he went to the place to make a formal complaint in the sense of flipping them off.
Before long, you all start to hear a rumbling.
Oh, no.
I guess I didn't eat today either.
The rumbling slowly starts to intensify. I'm gonna try to make the rumbling. I hope it's not too obnoxious.
I got it. I just need to stop some things from falling off my desk real quick.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Hey Ash, would that be your
Well, if it weren't
potato?
clipping so unbelievably bad, yeah, like that. And before long,
Oh shit.
would
okay. I'll see how it goes, yeah.
would Ash and Vordt like to make dexterity saving throws?
I know. I'll check.
I guess. Is it really an option to say no?
Dex save, dex save. You guys need to roll a dex save.
You can actually choose to fail something.
You can choose to fail if you want.
Oh, 13.
All right, that's fair. But where you guys are sitting, both of your seats just plummet through the floor.
Oh.
Oh.
Great.
Ash, you actually kind of like ride it out and do like little duck and roll at the end and are okay. Vordt, you don't take any damage, but you just fucking collapse at the bottom of this pit. Like, it is not graceful at all. And Azrael, you just watch like the floor. There was floor beneath where they were sitting, and then there wasn't.
Hold on.
Oh, acrobatics was never my specialty.
Points to Vordt. Message. Man, you really suck at this whole sitting thing, don't you?
You don't see him in the black.
I got
Do you need to have do you need to have visual of the guy you're casting message on?
Do I not have visual on him?
He's in a fucking like pitch
I'm
black
at the bottom of a
abyss.
Oh, okay.
Vordt, you make to roll a Constitution check.
Okay. 1 second.
Pass this, you son of a bitch. I want to give you something.
Con. Where's my con?
Con check. Not a save, con check.
Wait.
Been trying to give you this. Let you see a cool thing that I gave your character for you.
8.
Haha! And you failed. Call as your DM. What?
Wait,
You ever try to give your players something cool but need them to like get it, and then they don't?
Can he re-roll?
No. You feel that warmth come back. Like you're very clearly in a Bicaxian domain, and you're like, oh, cool, dark, my people.
Drury, come here.
Drury is on the table, like, do I go in? Do I get help or do I go in? Do I get help or do I go in? And suddenly, like, when you say, Drury, come here, you suddenly, he goes super stiff, and then just, like, falls off the table into the pit. It's like, as if, like, a force just froze him and then pulled him down into the pit. And then before long, the floor is back, and you guys are not.
Eat! Eat!
All of the ghosts are like, boo! You guys are in it's very dark in here.
Drury, can you see?
No. Can you see?
You could see in the dark.
This is darkness. Like he's looking around like, this is magical or something. There's nothing for me to see.
Well, I have one way to see, but I don't think it will last that long, and it may hit something.
That will not be necessary. Hello, honey buns.
You guys feel a rumbling around you. And like in the noise of like something shifting. And before long you see two giant, like flippin' medicine ball sized eyes open up. Like 5 feet from your face.
So,
Are you
go on.
Are you a demon?
Let me check.
You see the eyes just start to like slowly do the thing where it's like,
Yes. I have eyes the size of your torsos. And I'm at least... I'm gonna go with, just judging by where you two are standing, where my voice is, about 9 times your size. So yeah, probably demonic.
But isn't devils also big?
Some.
Azrael walks over to the wooden boards. Hey, can I join you guys?
he walks over to the what?
The boards where they fell through, but it's closed now. Hey, can I join you guys?
It's odd, I was told I'd be meeting 4 people here, not 2.
Another one of our members is in the bar.
Perfect.
The floor opens up and you're just like, ah! Roll dexterity saving throw.
Woo! Joining the plot!
That's... Vordt, you roll a dexterity saving throw.
1 second.
Please pass.
14.
You don't know how, but you firemen catch him.
Platars, down here!
Platar's is like, oh! And like, he doesn't come down immediately.
5, 4, 3.
You just hear in your head grunting like,
2. 1. As Azrael holds his hand up towards Platars.
and you just hear, and before long, in front of you falls your bird and half a side of beef. And immediately Jury and Platars are back at it. And you just hear in your head, Ash, as like before Drury goes in, he's like, that scent. I know that scent! And you guys just hear like munching now.
Okay.
Now is this 3 or is this 5?
This will be 3.
Will your 4th not be joining them?
Azrael, where is Torment?
Well, we got visited by Dexter and he went off in a huff.
Yes, he will not be joining us.
'Tis a shame. But very well.
Need to grab a name real quick, because
That
did
voice
name
honestly
this
sounds like
mod.
the voice from Trivia Murder Party.
Fun fact, this preset is based on Thanos. So if I were Josh Brolin, it would sound like Thanos, I guess. I don't know. Where is it? I gave you a fucking name.
No video, Kenneth?
No, it's overheating my phone.
Aha! Found it. What did I name you? Okay, got it. No, that's not. There we go.
I am called Regilik. I am the owner of this hole in the wall.
Can you spell that?
Certainly.
You see the letters R-E-G-I-L-I-K appear in the air, like in fire. And it's like, ooh, pretty. But you also see like this giant maw, and you're like, ah!
You said R-E-G.
R-E-G-I-L-I-K. Regilik.
Ooh. Can't wait for that to be useless information in my info bio, like the log Regondo fucking
Regondo Magnus?
Regondo Magnus? The father of Dextro Magnus? Of Destro Magnus, rather?
Yeah.
Oh,
and
well.
the fact that he owned an artifact transport company. Or the captain's name was Leonard Leoval.
Mm-hmm.
Useless information. Unlike Drury, the pseudo-dragon.
I love that you call it useless, and I just remember the amount of time I put into coming up with all of what you just said. It's like, that hurts me. That hurts me on the inside.
Fake tears hiding real pain. Moving on. Yes, so you were sent to me by the Assimilation Compact, yes? You seek a way north into the land of Necrum's Brotherhood, yes?
I don't understand why we don't just walk there.
Do you know what lies between here and the Brotherhood's territory?
I'm guessing land, maybe some water.
Demons?
Try the abominable wilds of this continent.
Oh god, what is the name? I gave you a name, you fuckers. Why do I not have this pulled up still? It's because you had chat pulled up. I regret nothing.
The Medocrian tribe to the north. And of course, sorry, I don't remember what the mortals called it right now. Ah, yes, the Scalebound Peaks. Walk, certainly an option, but not one without its obstacles or consequences.
So what, do you have some sort of flying machine? A big-ass bird?
You're thinking of the right idea, but the wrong direction.
A dragon?
A tunnel.
Is it secret?
Secret
You may
tunnel.
not sing the song. That is for us. That is our song.
Secret tunnel. Secret tunnel.
You fuckers, I came up with... Hold on.
That song was written for us by Zareth McCannon himself, and I'll be damned if I'm going to let mortals sing it in my establishment.
Can we sing it outside of your establishment?
Fuck no!
The eyes are like beating in on you, like they're like widening and narrowing in on you.
What if I paid a royalty fee?
Okay, maybe if you pay a royalty fee.
Where is this tunnel then?
Northeast of here, below Selioc Lake, is a tunnel that the Drow elves use to go below the waters. It ropes around the Orc territory and enters just between the peaks of the Scaled Peaks. You should be rather undetected there. However, what lies at the surface of the Underdark, well, at the uppermost layer of the Underdark, I know not. What I can give you is escort to the base of the tunnel. And these.
And 4 vials are placed in front of you that are glowing.
I would like to roll knowledge alchemy.
You may roll knowledge arcane.
How's a 21 sound?
Ooh, interesting. You recognize these very quickly. They are potions of dark sight.
Mm.
You know that these are designed to help simulate dark vision, is what they
I'm
do.
pretty sure one of us can already see in the dark, not one of the one that isn't here.
I was not told the nature of who could and could not utilize these.
That's fair.
To be quite fair, I wasn't expecting someone of your
Looks right at you, Ash.
disposition.
And why is that?
They made it sound as though the people coming here were more bloodthirsty, more seasoned hunters of the dark horrors. Though, I have come to learn better than to question the assimilation compact in the matters of handling opposition.
Let's just say that we were kind of forced to be here, but we'll do our best. We can survive pretty well.
Good.
I'd like to point out the fact that you guys are in total darkness. No one can see Azrael raising his hand.
Not even the demon?
No, you don't know. He could just be choosing to ignore you.
Yeah. Azrael's raising his hand to try to get the demon's attention.
Minutes go by. And then finally,
What?
May I ask your name?
the letters appear in the air again.
Oh, yeah!
Are we able to leave now?
Write that down, write that down!
You may. I have associates that will be waiting for you north of the city. They will lead you to the tunnel.
Azrael takes all 4 potions of dark sight.
What? No!
Acquire 4 potions of dark sight. Unless Ash wishes to stop him, in which case you can more certainly go in for one of those.
I'm gonna... Can I have one, Azrael?
I'll hold on to them for now until we need them later.
Okay.
Very well. Make haste. Do not keep the all-consuming waiting.
Can we do it in the morning? I kind of told Dexter that we'd do it in the morning.
If he did not object, neither will I.
Okay.
Now, be gone from this place.
And the floor just... You just go flying back up. And before long, boop, you're back in the hole in the wall.
How are they doing on that food?
When you guys return to the light, your eyes hurt really bad. And there is literally just a normal sized like steak that the two of them are fighting between. They're fighting for, and both of them are very plump. But they are like aggressively fighting for that steak.
You probably shouldn't let them overeat like this.
They're adults.
And before long, the squid-faced bartender comes back and goes,
Oh good, you're here. Now about settling your bill.
Right. Azrael, would you like something before we pay?
Yes. What's on the menu?
Okay, I'll tell you it. The only things they have is chicken feet,
Potato?
side of beef, and potato and tomato bisque.
No, there's also a vegetarian.
Oh, vegetarian.
Do you not have bubbling noodle soup?
hold on, let
me check.
Oh, god damn it.
Before long, Vordt, you hear another, like, more like all of you just hear, like, you can speak about. Alright, so you and Vordt both hear, like, so we do have, like, you know, like, this bubbly, like, noodles. I'm like, what the fuck? Getting his name real quick. And, like, and the guy's like, Metaris, if you're gonna keep coming in here asking stupid fucking questions you already know the answer to, then, like, do you want to cook this shit? Get the fuck out of here! And then, like, finally they're like, I don't know, get, like one of the fucking, like, short guys to do it. I don't know, short guys to do what? Make a soup we don't serve? And, like, I don't know, is it tomorrow yet? And if it was tomorrow, we're still making the soup for today! And, like, this goes on for minutes before finally he comes back out and says,
Believe it or not, we do not.
Do you have a knuckle sandwich?
A knuckle sandwich? A knuckle sandwich. I can't say I'm familiar. What's on this knuckle sandwich? I'm sorry, our mortal menu is quite limited at this time. We just began accepting mortals in here with certain qualification.
I'm gonna roll history to try to remember what's on a knuckle sandwich.
okay.
8.
You remember that the knuckle sandwich was the name of the place, and go, wait, what was the sandwich? Fuck!
I don't know, you gotta... It's over in, the place where I live.
I almost don't want to fucking give that to you, because it's literally where you live.
Halivara.
Attaboy. You remember the name of the city in which you live.
It's the only city I know. I just call it the town.
I mean, you were currently in another city, which I've given the name of to you multiple times, both before and after you got here.
Yes. No, it's actually been in my head all day. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
Uh-huh, yeah, go ahead, bud. He goes,
Enopanalum.
Attaboy.
It's been in my head all day.
Get a cookie. You roll something like as if he knows what Halivara is. He has no idea.
Can't say I've heard of this Halivara.
Well, it's on the continent that way. Points west. Or what he believes is west.
He just kind of looks in that direction and goes,
Okay. No, we do not serve a knuckle sandwich from Hollyvara over
Points in that direction.
there.
This poor man.
All right. Now hear me out.
Oh.
Can I just get a side of beef?
Certainly, one side of beef. Is that together with them or separate?
Wait. Before you put it in that order, what do you mean by potato?
It's potato. The mortal classic.
Do I get to choose how it's made?
You can make them in different ways? Fascinating.
Can I speak with your cook?
Oh, he's kind of not in the best mood. Some new guy in the back's been asking a bunch of stupid questions about shit that we don't serve. So, you might not want to talk to him right now.
It's fine.
Alright.
He dips below the counter again. And before long, believe it or not, this fucking Goliath man walks out. He's not wearing an apron, but he is wearing a leather shirt with a with this like patch on it that just says "Don't ask," but in abyssal.
Okay. Azrael will say.
What can I do for you?
Azrael will say in abyssal. This man here says that. Well, he doesn't say. He doesn't know that you can cook potatoes in different ways. Can you? Do you know that?
He just like blankly stares at you.
Please say yes.
He goes, "What do I look like, a fucking moron? Of course I know how to make a potato."
Okay. I want to order a potato.
Right, one potato.
I just want to make sure it's right. Can I get potatoes sliced thinly and fried in a shallow pan?
He looks like, don't patronize me, man. I know how to make fake fries. Fuck off.
Okay. Thank you.
And then the demon like turns to him in an abyssal, like he's like, what was that? What did he say? He just turns him in an abyssal back. He just says, "You're a fucking moron," and then he leaves the room.
Fucking moron.
And then you receive your fey fries in about 5 minutes.
Hey.
They are fey fries. Although they have this very odd like red sauce that has been provided you in a cup.
I'll eat it with the red sauce.
Very it's kind of salty. Why do I taste iron?
Oh no.
It's kind of weird, Ash. The sauce looks like the same stuff they put on your dessert.
Do you have any tomato paste mixed with oil and salt, and I think there's some lemon juice in it?
You're still patronizing me, and I don't like it.
Oh, I didn't think I was talking to him. I thought I was talking to the
bartender.
Oh, you're talking to the bartender?
Yeah.
Bartender's response is,
That sounds fucking gross. Who wants to paste up tomatoes and put fucking lemon in it? It's like adding sour shit to just pasted shit.
Azrael, the loudest he can, will go, "Hey, chef, do you have any ketchup?"
You just hear from the kitchen, Nobody here eats ketchup. Closest thing I gave you.
Okay. I'll shut up and eat my food.
Are you eating it with the red sauce?
Yes.
It still tastes like iron.
So, how much is all of us?
He slides you a piece of fucking parchment. Oh my god, I can't believe the amount of shit you guys ate.
I look at I read the parchment.
Oh, do you really want to do that? Because I'm still
Yes.
adding it up.
Oh.
Yup. Okay. Yeah. So you might not believe it or not, this place is actually considered a delicacy. Because you're getting fucking mortal food at like a demon place. So the 5 Moskinis total to 100 gold pieces.
I only had one.
Oh, but Vordt had 4.
That's not mine.
The 2 chicken fingers are 30.
So they're 15 each?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The side of beef is 150 gold pieces. Hey, that's 10 gold a head for 15 people. Fuck you. I literally said earlier you can feed 15 people.
Yeah, the
So-
jury fucking ate all of it.
Wait, so 75 for one?
75 for what?
Wait, never mind.
Alright, I'm totaling it right now. So 130, 150 is 280 is 325. 330 gold pieces.
What about me for my free fries?
They have not come out. Oh wait, not 300, not 330. No, you have 325. 325 is you guys, and you receive a little tiny piece of parchment that's 5 gold pieces because you got a fucking potato.
But didn't he order also a side of beef?
Oh right, did you also order the side of beef?
No. Before you do that, let me get a potato.
Oh,
All right, so are you putting in for a side of beef?
No.
Okay, you're not getting a side of beef then. You're getting. So you guys have 325 gold pieces. Sort that how you may, and 5 gold pieces from you, Azrael, because like it's literally a potato.
I think you should pay for some of that beef as your bird also ate half of it.
When you say ate half, I said you guys fix your mistake.
What do you mean fix your mistake?
You guys bought it. You didn't look like you were going to eat it.
He got it, and then we were probably going to share it for all of us for multiple days.
I got it for your damn bird, Azrael.
Okay. I'll pay for half. How much is half?
Half a side of beef is 75.
I hand him 75 gold pieces.
Hey man, that's only 10 gold pieces for 7 people and 5 for a dwarf.
Azrael, Ash, if you have 50,
Actual
I'll
D&D
pay for
race.
the rest.
Ha ha ha! I win.
50?
Yes.
Got it.
I pay 200 with Azrael 75.
And I hand you 50 gold pieces.
You settle up, and then as you go to leave, the door opens, and you guys can just walk out. Like, as you look to, like, the tiefling as the door shuts, he's like, what the fuck are you looking at me for? Get the fuck out of here.
Bye, Tiefling.
Fuck you.
Wow.
Bye, Tiefling.
He just shoots you. Looks like, what the fuck? And then, like, you know, as, like, you shoot him a look, and he shoots you a look back, and, like, when he realizes you're not gonna say anything, he's like, alright, cool.
James?
Yep.
Can you get chat for a second?
Yeah. Moderators, you guys aren't doing shit, are you?
I'm not in your chat.
Yeah, moderator, you aren't doing shit, are you? Because I've had my notes pulled up this whole time.
No, I'm saying Nightbot banned someone for
language.
language.
Yeah, apparently mechanical pathy was.
It's alright, it's only a 5-second timeout. They should be fine already. Like, if you're hearing this, you can chat. It's Nightbot's little slap on the wrist. Don't do it again.
Well, that wasn't language.
Did you see the comment? It's not even showing me the comment.
It said, they literally said, Nightbot, I love you. Ban 5 seconds. So that's some tweeting that you need to do to Nightbot.
I'll work on Nightbot later. My bad. If it happens again, I will give you a pardon.
This is why it did it,
I'm
though.
too busy-
Blacklisted spam.
Interesting. I gotta look at my blacklists again, I guess. If it happens again, like, mods, you know you can unban people if that happens, right?
Yeah.
I don't have to do it.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, I just wanted to point out that what the language was.
Alright, that's fine. I have mods and I have my notes pulled up.
Yep. I'm
Alright,
on
so
chat. I'm reading it.
You guys are leaving the establishment. We cut back to Torment. You've been kind of looking at the art. I imagine clawing at it a little bit occasionally.
Artwork? What?
You remember the well-decorated halls and stuff like that. I imagine, like, you see, like, these nice paintings, like, fuck you, just, like, claw at it a little bit.
Pretty much just dragging a very, very overgrown fingernail across all of them.
As is to be expected. After a little while, you are actually approached by... you're approached by a kid, looks about 12, maybe 13. And he's, got, like, this extremely blank expression on his face, and he looks up and goes, "Can I help you?"
Torment's gonna sort of twitch his shoulder a bit, get the scimitar ready in case Destro happens to be, possessing yet another child. Looks down at the kid and says, "What are you offering?"
My job here is to make sure that and, like, he, like, just blanks out for a moment. And then he says, "Enforcers," and, like, kind of snaps back to it and looks up, "are well taken care of. You looked mad. Can I help you?"
"No, I'm fine."
"Are you sure?" And, like, you see this kid, like, visibly sweating.
Torment leans over at the kid, looks him dead in the face. "Scram!" And Torment starts to walk away.
All right, as you walk away, you hear a noise. And do you turn and look back behind you with the noise?
Yep, he does.
You see this kid like sniffle, drop to his knees and hit like the back of his head crack inwards before like some tentacles reach up and grab him and pull him down.
Fucking what, Mike?
What the hell is this place? As far as I'm concerned, this is hell. This is actual hell.
And you hear another voice. It's not Destro. You hear a man say, "Oh, I can explain to you what that was, but you just gotta understand that it's nothing you can really do about it."
I'm listening.
People in the compact are given a task. And he like kind of like again he does that blank thing. Like he's totally blanks out. A prime objective delivered onto them by the all-consuming. Their job is to fulfill it. If they do, they are given another task, and will fulfill that one as well. What you just watched is someone who was given a task and failed. He will be reprimanded down below before he is returned to the surface and retasked.
How is anyone expected to live like this?
After a while, you get used to it. I've had it happen to me 17 times. Hell, if you don't come away with a satisfied explanation, number 18 might be around the corner for me.
How the hell can you get used to that shit?
Time. A whole lot of time.
Nah.
After all, when you've been here for 98 years, after a while it all just starts to fade away. Time, the seasons, faces, they stop meaning as much. He said 98, that number catches your eye because this dude looks like he's in his 30s. He's older than you, Torment.
What race is he?
Dude looks like just a standard human.
You said you've been here for 98 years?
Yes, sir. 98 years.
Don't mind me saying you don't look a day over 30.
Yeah, thank you, son. Appreciate the compliment. Granted, I don't think I've changed much physically since not long after I did turn 30. Though
That's
really, I don't remember those times. After all, it's been nearly a century. I used to be what you are now, an enforcer. I was the guy who went out and tried to beat the living hell out of whatever the all-consuming saw fit to join his ranks, see if it was worth keeping around or if it was worth throwing onto the scrap heap. Nowadays, I'm the overseer here at wherever this place is.
I'll fucking kill him.
You can certainly try. Many have. Many failed. Many added to the pile.
Oh, but I'll succeed. No one imprisons me. Not again.
Son, if you still think this is some kind of prison, then you clearly haven't kept your eyes open. You can leave any time you want. Anybody can leave a faction anytime they want. I left one a long time ago. And I mean, even before the 98 years here.
Have you ever tried leaving here?
I thought about it once. But then I had a conversation with a young man no older than 14. Understood this place way better than I ever did. Told me I had two options. I do my job. I accept what's coming for everybody. I get to watch everything I ever loved burn away. He called it the divine choice. Assimilation or consumption? Kid, we eat or we be eaten. Now you're welcome to leave. You're welcome to take that patch off. Tell Malchus he can shove it right up his flesh hole, wherever the fuck you'd call his ass. But just know that he's been inside your head. He knows what makes you tick. And he'll be coming for you. Ready to throw you on a scrap pile with the rest. Like he did my boy.
Did you ever want vengeance?
Every day. And he knows it.
Then why don't you help me? Help me find a way to kill him. For good.
Because I can't. You've been given a gift not many have ever been given the option to before. An experiment that this compact has never tried. The brainchild of that 14-year-old bastard Destro Magnus. Wherever the fuck old he claims to be now. Yellow-haired freak. I can hear the conversation rolling through my head now. As it did ring through everybody's head. We're all one head now. And you hear Destro's voice come out of this man. Master, I've come up with a new set of conditioning. I'd like to have your permission to try it on my first batch, if I may.
And just what are you proposing, my apprentice?
We remove the inhibitor. Let them think on their own. I imagine, as most have who have fallen through your doors, at some point they will give in to the fatigue of trying to resist, and they will fall in line. But by the same token, perhaps they will make better decisions than your inhibitors would ever let them. After all, we've had plenty of some of the most brilliant fighters that have ever walked this earth reduced to next to nothing because of faulty, less than efficient inhibitors. What if we expanded our ranks without it? Created a new class of... What did they call them in The Damned when I was there? Ah yes, the Enforcers. What if our Enforcers? What if they were without your inhibitor?
A risky move, but perhaps one without a lack of foresight. Perhaps this may be worth a try. Very well, Destro. Your match maybe without my inhibitors. I'll leave the design of that mechanism to you. After all, you did so well with the people of the alleys. And you've performed admirably here in Enopenalum. So I believe you've more than earned an opportunity to flex your creative intuition once or twice. But be warned, I reserve the right to reclaim what is mine, yourself included.
Of course, my master. I will not fail you.
Good. Now be gone. Your ship leaves in the morning, and there is much to do.
So as far as I'm concerned, son, congratulations on being able to look me in the eye and say you want to kill the son of a bitch. 'Cause I'm afraid of what would happen if I even let that thought back in one more time.
Torment sits and ponders that for a moment. And then a smirk stretches across his face a little bit. I'm gonna make Destro regret his decision. If only for a split second before that disgusting freak down below swallows him whole.
You hear a voice in the back of your head. I knew that this was going to be fun. Very well. May the games begin.
Torment starts fiddling around with that glass shard that he had in his pocket, now just twiddling it between his fingers. I'm hoping the last thing that man sees before he dies is this piece of glass getting jammed right into his shape-shifted eye.
And as Torment grips that piece of glass, his comrades re-enter the lodging with an appointment with a demon set for early in the morning. And that... What?
We found out what's wrong with Nightbot.
You found out what's wrong with it?
It's the name itself.
Oh, interesting.
Nightbot is banning its own name.
Oh, that's weird. I gotta check the blacklist. That's kind of weird. Editor, if you may. And as the four of you reconvene, battle plans in hand, money, equipment, and finally a sense of direction, that is where we are going to end the session for tonight. Doc, I know you... All right.